Please state your name and your age.
My name's Vanessa and I'm 14.
Vanessa, what's your perspective on same-sex marriage?
I feel like it's not wrong because it's how they feel and they should be able to let people know and show them how they feel.
Okay, that's okay. So you are an LGBT supporter,
Yes.
correct? What has influenced you to become or to be an LGBT supporter?
I feel like the fact that my peers, I've had a couple of peers that have been liking the same sex, and I think that hasn't affected me, so I kind of just let it go, and I feel like it's that what they feel is right, so people should just accept them for who they are.
Okay. At school, do they teach you? I'm guessing you're in high school, correct?
Yeah.
You're in high school. In high school, do they teach you about LGBT, or do they, are they supporters of the LGBT, or are they against it?
Well, in middle school, when I was in 7th grade, I believe, in my history class, we learned a little bit of some cases on LGBT students and how people have bullied them and made them feel less. And we also studied the laws that they have and how they can protect themselves. But they never really told us if it was right or wrong. They kind of left that for us to figure out.
Oh, that's interesting. So they teach you that or they taught you that in middle school, but in high school they don't really teach you anything about it?
No.
Do you think that, do you ever question why, or is it just they don't, they haven't really thought about teaching you guys?
I feel like it's maybe that they haven't really thought about teaching us that yet.
Mm-hmm. Is there a lot of do you have a lot of friends that are LGBT supporters in your school, or do you have any LGBT friends, or people who you've seen bullied at your school?
I have a couple LGBT friends, but they're a little bit of them. But I do have many friends that support the LGBT community.
Do you feel like religion plays a big part in where you stand on your perspective of the LGBT community?
I feel like my religion doesn't really affect my decision on how I feel about them because I really don't focus on my religion and what it says.
Mm-hmm.
But based on what I've heard my religion says is that it basically it doesn't say that it's wrong, but it just says that you should be straight like everybody else.
Okay. So you've heard that religion says that it is an abomination, you will go to hell, that you will be gay. Does that kind of change your perspective on where you stand in the LGBT community?
I feel like no, because based on what my peers are and what I feel is right, I feel like religion doesn't really impact my feelings or whatever.
Okay. What about your culture? What does your culture tell you? Does your culture tell you, are they supporters of the LGBT community, or are they against it? What's their tradition?
I feel like they're kind of against it because they're more religious than me, and they feel that, like what you said, that you will go to hell if you don't like
The opposite sex?
Yes.
Okay. So, your immediate family, are they LGBT supporters, or are they against it?
They're LGBT supporters.
Do you feel that because they are LGBT supporters that they influenced you to become an LGBT supporter as well?
I feel like they have, because if they wouldn't support it, I feel like I would think about that very differently, because since they're my close family and I live with them, they kind of what they say, it kind of stays with me,
Please state your name, age, and sexual orientation.
My name is Angie. I'm 23 and I am straight.
What is your perspective on same-sex marriage?
I think it should be treated the same as just the man-to-woman marriage.
Okay. You are a LGBT supporter?
Yes, I am.
What has influenced you to become an LGBT supporter?
Just keeping an open mind, seeing it around me, and just knowing people that are, and then also being fair to them, to be able to let them be able to love whoever it is that they do love.
Do you feel that religion plays a big role in what you stand on, your perspective of the LGBT community?
No, I do not. I feel like it's the complete opposite of what I feel now. I do feel that religion, like, looks upon it as something wrong, where it should be only a man and a woman getting married and not same sex. So I think it's the opposite of what my views are.
Okay, so I'm sure you understand that the Bible has mentioned that it should be between a man and a woman, but the Bible also says that same-sex marriage and relationships is an abomination. It is a sin. God doesn't like gays, and that you will go to hell. Has that kind of changed your opinion on LGBT community at all at some points, or do you feel like it's kind of made you think twice, or does it scare you in any way, or how do you feel?
No, I don't feel like it scares me at all, just because I feel like people should be able to, like I said, love whoever it is they love, whether I'm not gay or lesbian, but I feel like if I were to be, I would want people to accept me too, and I don't feel like me loving the same sex would make me a sinner or make me go to hell or anything like that.
Interesting. Culturally, or how does your culture feel about LGBT? Are they supporters, or do they not support?
I feel like a lot of the older community in our culture does not accept them, but I feel like the younger generations do. They have a more open mind of it, but I feel like they do look down on same-sex marriages.
Mi nombre es Leticia Torres y tengo 42 años.
Leticia, ¿qué es tu opinión en el matrimonio del mismo sexo?
Yo respeto la decisión de cada persona. Si ellos se sienten a gusto casándose con una persona de su mismo sexo, cada quien tenemos el derecho de tomar nuestras propias decisiones.
Tu cultura como tu religión, ¿cómo te ha influenciado tu opinión en el matrimonio del mismo sexo o relaciones?
Mi cultura y mi religión no están de acuerdo en el matrimonio del mismo sexo, pero yo pienso que Dios nos quiere a todos, no importa las diferencias.
Sí, ¿pensarías lo mismo si alguna de tus hijas saldría lesbiana? ¿Tendrías la misma opinión?
Honestamente, al principio no estaría de acuerdo, pero con tiempo empezaría a entender y apoyarla, porque ella no dejaría de ser mi hija.
Gracias.